Huawei P30 Pro is the best Huawei phone and it will probably end up being in the list of top 3 smartphones by the end of this year. But the P30 Pro is not a phone for everyone, since it's an expensive phone, but Huawei has been playing pretty smart. They always announce a lighter version of the flagship phones with affordable price tag. And here is the Huawei P30 Lite. It's been in my pocket for more than 2 weeks and I'm at a stage where I can really tell you if this is the phone what you're looking for. Except the triple camera setup and this beautiful design language, this phone feels like just another Huawei mid-range phone. So don't expect it to be as good as the P30 or P30 Pro in any department. It has Kirin 710 chipset, 4GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. The display looks similar to the P30, but it's an LCD panel here with its same 1080p resolution, and its screen size is 6.1 inches. Honestly, the display looks gorgeous. Its screen to body ratio reminds me of the Vivo V11 which I had few months back. It's a nearly perfect screen at this price. The color reproduction is accurate and it's visible under direct sunlight. I'm not a fan of this rounded notch. The teardrop notch on the OnePlus 60 on Oppo F9 looks better to me. When I turned this phone on for the first time, it was so laggy during the initial setup, which is a weird impression, and sometimes I feel frame drops in animations of swipe gestures. It's the same thing that I have experienced with the Xiaomi Mi 8 Lite, but that phone was a lot cheaper than this phone. And it has nothing to do with the performance, because in general it's performing really good. It can handle day-to-day tasks quite well. Scrolling the Facebook and Instagram, browsing web, watching YouTube videos was pretty smooth experience, and the gaming experience is incredible. I do test out the PUBG performance on every new phone I switch over to, and this phone can run PUBG at medium settings with almost no lag or drop frame, which is a good news for PUBG lovers and gamers. I know a lot of people are wondering about the Huawei Google controversy and is it going to affect their current Huawei smartphone. But as for the news, it will not affect on any device launched before the controversy started. So relax, don't consider that thing as a deal breaker. Now coming back to this phone, it's packed with 3340 mAh battery, which sounds pretty average, but I'm happy with its performance. Even with the intense gaming, it can last up to 5 hours on single charge, which is pretty good for this capacity. And moderate users should not be worrying about this battery performance. And yes, it has USB Type-C fast charging port, so you can top up this phone quickly with the power brick that's included in the box. The speaker on this phone sounds terrible. It is loud but not clear, so listening to music on this phone is going to be a bad experience. You might need to plug in your headphones or speakers to enjoy a better sound. It has a 3mm headphone jack, which is always a good feature to have on smartphone these days. So let's talk about this triple camera setup on this phone. The main shooter is 24 megapixels with f1.8, 2 megapixels depth sensor with f2.2, and 8 megapixels wide angle lens. It also has 24 megapixels selfie shooter with f2.0, no optical image stabilization on any of these sensors, and it can only record videos up to 1080p. The cameras on this phone are a big letdown. Most people are buying this phone because of its premium looks and triple camera setup. Design wise, it is premium, it feels really solid in hands, but when it comes to cameras, it has failed to impress me personally. The 2 megapixels depth sensor is always a joke. I mean, if it can create the same depth effect with a single selfie lens, then what's the point of having an extra 2 megapixels camera for that? And the 8 megapixels wide angle lens just can't capture good quality photos during indoor lighting, which is a disappointing factor on this phone. Only its primary camera is capable of taking decent photos at ideal lighting. The selfie shooter on the Oppo F9 and Vivo V11 are way better than the selfie shooter on this phone. So I would recommend you to skip this phone if you take a lot of photos on your phone, because at the same price or less, you can get much better camera phone. Other than that, this phone does everything right for the price. So that's pretty much it in this video. If you have any request or suggestion, just let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.